Making a backup of your WordPress website can save you a lot of troubles in many situations. For instance, if you run into an error that breaks your website, or maybe you've installed or updated a plugin or a theme that affects the functionality of your website, you need to fall back on the saved version of your website. Another situation where having a backup of your website will be of help to you is when there's a hack on your website or maybe a server crash or failure. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a backup of your WordPress website. Hello guys, this is Swadik here at Dikupages Web, where I do web tutorials just like this one. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. That said, let's jump into the video. So this is my website which I want to create a backup for. To do that, I go to the back end of my website, then I go over to plugins, click on add new. Under search plugins, I search for WP Vivid. This is the plugin I'm going to install, Migration, Backup and Staging by WP Vivid team. I install now. It is installed. I activate. Upon activating the plugin, it will bring you to the WP Vivid Backup plugin interface. From here, under Backup and Restore, you can choose to backup the database and WordPress files, or you can choose to backup only WordPress files, or you can also choose to backup only the database. For this tutorial, we are going to go ahead and backup both the database and the WordPress files. And you can either save your backups to local or send backups to remote storage. I leave it as local, then I go ahead and click on backup now. And the backup is in progress. Alright, the backup task has been completed. And going down to backups, you see the backup right here. So that is the date, storage, download, and then restore. You can even go ahead and delete it. I would advise that you go ahead and download the file because that is the main reason why we want to create the backup. So if something happens to our website, we can come back here to restore it. Or if we happen to download it, we can come to import and export. Then we go ahead and upload and import the file. For now, everything about our website is intact. There are no errors, no hacks or whatsoever. If you are finding value so far, please give this video a thumbs up. It does help me out so that the video will be suggested to more people on YouTube and also benefit more people. Alright, let's continue. If I go to the front end of my website, this is the current look and feel of the home page. What I'm going to do is go ahead and create a new page. I'll just call this my page. Then I'll go ahead and publish it. Publish again. The page is published. And I'm going to go ahead and edit it with Elementor. Now I'll just go ahead and design this page pretty quick. So first of all, I insert a new section. I add in a heading widget. I'll change the title. I style it up. Take it to the center. I add in some text. Maybe a button. And I'm going to go ahead and change the background of the section. I choose classic. And I'm going to go ahead and use an image. I'll add a background overlay of black. Meanwhile, I'll change the color of the text. I center the button. Next thing I want to do is increase the height of the section. So I go over to layout and the height. I choose minimum height and I'll make it 600. I go ahead and update. Now I can exit to the dashboard. Now if I go to the front end of my website, this is how the current home page looks like. Now the page I just created, I want to make it the default home page. so that to replace this one. So I go to the back end of my website and I go over to settings, click on reading. Under a static page, I drop down the arrow on the home page. Then I go ahead and choose the page I just created. That is my page. And I click on save changes. Now if I go to the front end and refresh, you see that the new page has taken over of the home page. So let's assume what I've just done is an error and I want to correct it. And maybe it's not something I can actually come here to switch back to home page like this. So let's see how we can restore our website. So to do that, I go to the back end of my website. Before I go into it, I want to open the pages. I right click, open it in a new tab. And you see that we have 5 pages in total, of which the new page I created is part and is also the default home page. So now if I go back to WP Vivid, take note you can go ahead and upload and import the file from here if you happen to download it before. So all what you need to do is go ahead and click on upload and import, then go over to the location of the file and import it from there. Since I still have the backup on my website, I go over to backup and restore. Scrolling down, I click on restore. Next, I click on restore. Are you sure you want to continue? Okay. And the restoration is in process. All right, restore completed successfully. I click on OK. So now if I go over to pages and refresh, you see that the page I created, my page is gone. And you see that the default front page has now moved to the home page. Now if I go to the front end of my website, that is the home page, and refresh, it will take us back to the original home page. Awesome. One last thing I want to point out is that after creating the backup, you make sure you download it. Then you go ahead and delete it from here so that you will make some space on your disk space. This is actually not a requirement, it's just a recommendation that I'm making. So that's it on how to back up your WordPress website. Alright guys, I hope you found value in today's video. If you did, kindly hit the like button, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and also hit the notification bell so that each time I post a new video on this channel, you will be the first to know. Keep watching and I will see you in the next one.